Right now at noon, Newton County homeowners sound off about property taxes increasing at a town hall.
Now we've been getting plenty of drizzle, light showers, a few more showers, scattered storms still possible through the afternoon and evening. Details coming up.
Plus, authorities make arrests in an 11-year-old murder cold case.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. New at noon today, senior law enforcement sources tell CBS News a gunman shot 3 detainees inside an ICE facility in Dallas before taking his own life. At least one of the victims has died. CBS News correspondent Bradley Blackburn reports.
A motorist on Interstate 35 in Texas captured the massive emergency response after a shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas.
I can confirm at this time that the FBI is investigating this incident as an act of targeted violence.
Police say the gunman opened fire from the roof of a nearby building.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
The facility was the target of a bomb threat last month. That suspect was detained.
The rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees.
ATF and FBI agents are assisting police in this investigation. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
This is the third recent attack at an immigration center in Texas. A police officer was shot at an immigration detention center near Dallas on July 4th, and another officer was hurt during a shooting at a Border Patrol facility in McAllen a few days later. Let's head over now to Chris Warner for a look at today's forecast.
Yeah, we've had just kind of cloudy skies out there, making for a somewhat dreary and cool day, and some slight changes to where we were expecting those storms to be. First, though, live look downtown Pittsburgh. You can see it's just kind of drizzly. It's cloudy. It's a bit dreary. Same from the MoDOT camera 20th and range line in Joplin, just certainly keeping our temperatures down. But as you can see, we've got a few scattered showers. It's starting to pick up just a bit, eventually reaching probably some thunderstorm status in our far northern counties. We've got drizzle, light showers scattered across parts of southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri this afternoon. All of this with that low pressure, it's rotating through, so that's why it's going to continue to bring in development. This activity moving from north to south. We have some moving from west to east, and we'll continue with those storm chances. Again, no severe weather expected. Started yesterday at 66, well above average, but made it 3 degrees below normal, and temperatures struggling to get out of the 60s today. We've got upper 60s, low 70s, and they're not going to move that much. A few scattered showers, thunderstorms continuing. Should be done by 8, 9 at the absolute latest. Mid 60s by 11, and our lows tonight dropping into the 50s, making it a bit chilly out there overnight. We'll go over the details on our storms for the rest of today and when the warmer weather returns here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, a break in a cold case. Prosecutors have charged 2 people in a Northeast Oklahoma murder investigation dating back more than 10 years. The suspects, James Larson Jr. and Penny Larson, are both charged with first-degree murder for the death of Dustin Ray Carver. Carver was last seen at a home in Kansas, Oklahoma in 2014. Authorities had issued a search warrant at the home and discovered a burn pile where they found human remains. In July of this year, the Clinton County, Missouri Sheriff's Office contacted Oklahoma authorities with new leads in the case. The OSBI says investigators were able to gather information from James Larson Jr., who was an inmate in the Clinton County Jail. This month, authorities arrested Penny Larson and charged James Larson, who was already in custody. And a southern Missouri woman who tried to defraud the family of Elvis Presley learned her punishment yesterday. A federal judge sentenced Lisa Finley to more than 4 years in prison. The Kimberling City, Missouri woman hatched a plot to auction off Graceland, Presley's historic home in Tennessee. Finley contacted the Presley family about 6 months after Lisa Marie Presley died in January 2023. Now, she claimed Presley had borrowed nearly $4 million from a private lender. Finley said Graceland was used as collateral for the loan, but the whole thing was a hoax. Authorities charged Finley last year, and she accepted a plea deal in February. Well, Newton County homeowners packed a town hall last night to confront state lawmakers over a property tax dispute. The state is currently withholding funding after the county assessor refused to raise property valuations. KOAM's Blake Goley joins us from Crowder College, where frustrated residents are demanding answers.
Inside a packed auditorium at Crowder College, dozens of Newton County homeowners demanded clarity on what a 12% increase in property taxes could mean for their families.
What we're seeing is a three-panel unelected board, a bureaucracy essentially, putting pressure on our local assessors and our county to increase our property taxes.
The State Tax Commission has ordered Newton County to raise property taxes by 12%. So far, the county's assessor has pushed back.
I don't think anybody could handle a 12% increase on their real estate. You know, their utility bills just went up, insurance went up last year, all the utilities are going up, and I just can't be the one to throw another increase on them with the tax burden going up. So I'm withholding on that and trying to keep everything down until we can come out with a better plan.
Crowder College's president also addressed the crowd, weighing in on the property tax dispute.
My concern is that we approach these decisions around property taxes very carefully and understand the local impact, because you have sheriff's departments, emergency services, libraries, road districts, school districts, all impacted by these decisions.
The dispute between Newton County and the State Tax Commission remains unresolved for now. Reporting in Neosho Show, Missouri, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
Now, Senator Jill Carter plans to keep working on property tax disputes when the Missouri legislature returns to session. MoDOT faces a driver shortage that could impact road safety this winter. The department is short on snowplow drivers across the state, with the Springfield area seeing the most vacancies. MoDOT is now offering flexible 8-hour shifts for part-time drivers to help fill the gaps. The new positions start at $22.91 per hour in the Ozarks.
We are being more flexible with them because part-time help, they generally have another job, or maybe they're retired, or they've got a side gig. And so we're offering an 8-hour shift for them.
Part-time applicants need a commercial driver's license, but full-time recruits can get a CDL training through MoDOT. And coming up, a new Joplin shelter home one local church is stepping up to meet the city's homeless needs. And later, we're making a Reuben macaroni salad in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Well, the excitement of unified sports hit the lanes today in Pittsburgh. More than 100 elementary and middle school students teamed up for the Southeast Unified Bowling Competition. The one-day event paired students with and without intellectual disabilities on the same team, creating friendships and celebrating the power of inclusion.
We're really thankful that we get to help out. We just love putting a smile on their face, like making them happy when they do good. Just really, the whole day is about the players and the athletes, and it's just really fun to be out here.
Local high school students also volunteered, helping run the event and cheering on the bowlers. Community members came together to celebrate the $50,000 gift for the past 5 years. Higher Power Garage in Joplin has helped get hundreds of families into safer vehicles. The auto shop serves those in need in the community, such as lower income families, single parents, and veterans, with minor repairs like brakes and tires. Jan and Wes Hauser have gifted the nonprofit a $50,000 endowment fund, hoping to keep the organization running for years to come.
It's not about giving a handout here. It's really about giving a hand up. It's about helping them, not just in their situation at the moment, but how do we better that situation in the future.
The Higher Power Garage team hopes to grow the endowment fund so it will eventually completely cover shop overhead costs. Already this year, Higher Power Garage has done 500 repairs, more than they did in all of 2024. And the new homeless shelter opens its doors this week. People experiencing homelessness can go to the Naz on Utica in Joplin for clothes, shower, and a place to eat. The Naz was operating as a warming and cooling shelter in the past, but the lead pastor felt led by God to open the doors 5 days a week. The hours are 9 to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Each day is tailored to help reach people that come to the shelter to get off the street.
You know, getting off the street, getting off the drugs, you know, helping them in a greater capacity. And so God gave us the idea to begin to open up Monday through Friday as a day center so that we can begin to do more to help our folks.
The hours are 9 to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Each day is tailored to help reach people. Well, beginning on October 31st, Joplin Public Library patrons will no longer have online access to Hoopla. The announcement came yesterday after the library passed its budget for the 2026 fiscal year, citing the fact that its pay-per-use model was simply no longer sustainable to accommodate all of the library's patrons.
Having to limit how many books could be downloaded by our patrons to stay within our budget, which led to only about 4% of our active patrons being able to use the service. So just sustainability wise, it wasn't something that we could do long term.
Now, Hoopla provides users with instant access to audiobooks, ebooks, movies, and music. The library is encouraging patrons to switch over to other online resources it offers, such as Overdrive, Libby, and Canopy. And still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Your favorite deli sandwich is turned into a tasty deli salad. Stay tuned for this crazy good idea.
And while we've got scattered showers and storms today, we will start drying out and warming up. Details when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon on what's been a cool and dreary and drizzly day. In fact, we're getting some decent light rain now in downtown Pittsburgh, which you can see from our camera in downtown Pittsburgh. And that's just kind of what we've been dealing with, is these off and on light showers, some drizzle out there. Skywatch Storm Tracker. Now, see if you zoom into Pittsburgh, take a look. I mean, that's all we're looking at on radar. A lot of this just isn't showing up too well. We do have some light showers, though. Barton County stretching back toward Greenfield, Carthage, Mount Vernon. And, of course, some of you getting showers or drizzle, and drizzle's not going to show up on the radar at all. But up here in our northern counties, Coffee and Anderson counties, Garnett, just southeast of Burlington, getting some heavier rain, and we'll eventually see some additional scattered showers and thunderstorms. But as I've mentioned, there's nothing strong, nothing severe expected. It's just going to be a few of these rumbles of thunder, and it's all courtesy. This whole system, look how all this is moving. We've got some activity moving from north to south. We've got activity coming up or trying to get in northeast Oklahoma that's moving from west to east. Just kind of this little chaotic spin as the system that brought all those storms yesterday continues to push on out of here. So some changes. Earlier this morning, what we were looking at looked more likely that we'd see more organized activity along and east of 69, but it's become a little more widespread. So you can see shower and thunderstorm chances are over a broader region. We have the mostly cloudy to just straight up cloudy skies like we've been seeing across the area. So also this morning, we thought some of our western counties might stay a little drier, get a little more sunshine. Not looking very likely. Now, still looking at all this wrapping up by 8, 9 o'clock this evening. And then we'll start to clear out. We'll go partly cloudy by late evening into the overnight hours. Could have some patchy fog to start the day on Thursday. Otherwise, we will continue with partly cloudy skies out there. And we'll do the same thing again on Friday. But take a look at the wind arrows. We've got a north breeze now, and we'll have it again tomorrow. But overnight from Thursday into Friday, winds will begin to shift out of the south, and that'll bring in warmer air, and that's about all it's going to do. We're still looking at mostly clear to partly cloudy skies on Friday. Just temperatures will start climbing as we head into the weekend. So, again, a little bit dreary, a little bit drizzly out there. A few scattered storms. Upper 60s, low 70s. I mean, some folks, we're still struggling to get out of the upper 60s, but we should at least make some low 70s. North winds 5 to 10. As we head into the evening, and like I said, eventually the rain will stop. Go partly cloudy. We're into the mid-50s tonight, so it's a bit on the chilly side for sure. It's compared to where we have been here lately. Tomorrow, warming up, though. Again, partly cloudy. We'll go into the upper 70s. That north breeze, though, still at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And as we head down the roads, and then we start really warming up. We hold on to 50s tonight, tomorrow night, maybe even through Friday night. But Friday, we're a little warmer, about 80. And then temperatures start climbing again. So our average high is 79. So while we're not skyrocketing into the 90s, which is certainly good, that would be very uncomfortable for the end of September, we are going to go back above normal into the mid 80s through the weekend and a good portion of next week. But just today, just very dreary, very drizzly. It's somewhat very fall-like in some cases. That's just kind of how that is. But at least we're getting some rain. We certainly need some here in the area.
We certainly do. But I mean, just today really it's dreary, and then everything
else
is
once
really
you head
great.
into the weekend, got something you're doing this weekend, great weekend to do it.
Absolutely, Chris, thanks. Well, stick around. We're making Reuben macaroni salad in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, if you're a fan of a Reuben sandwich, looking for an easy lunch recipe to make, or even a side dish, then you'll have to give today's Mr. Food recipe a try. Howard takes all the classic ingredients of a Reuben sandwich and makes it with a delicious pasta salad recipe. Howard is making Reuben macaroni salad in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
One of our favorite things to do here in the Test Kitchen is to take a recipe and sort of reinvent it in a whole new way. Today we're taking one of our favorite deli sandwiches, the Reuben, and turning it into a pasta salad that is sure to become a favorite in your house. We start by cooking and draining some pasta. Here we use bow ties, but you can use whatever you have on hand or whatever's on sale. While that cools, we dice up some deli corned beef. This is also a great way to use up that leftover corned beef. Okay, now we toss the pasta with our chunked up corned beef, along with some Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, just make sure it's drained really well, a few caraway seeds, and some Russian or Thousand Island dressing. Once that's all mixed, let it sit in the fridge for a bit so all the flavors can blend. The nice thing about this is that it's hearty enough to serve for dinner, yet light enough as the perfect side dish. It's one of those recipes that seems so simple, yet whenever we serve it, it's always a hit. The recipe for our Reuben macaroni salad is online now and may be just the ticket you're looking for to shake up lunch or dinner. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we're looking for a different way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
As always, you can find this recipe for Reuben macaroni salad along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen all online. All you have to do is, of course, head over to our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com under the Mr. Food tab. Now let's take a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, again, some scattered showers, thunderstorms through the day. Should be done by 8, 9 o'clock. Not everybody getting rain, but all of us getting cool and cloudy, low 70s. Warming up tomorrow, drying out, upper 70s, 80 by Friday, mid 80s heading into the weekend.
All right, looks nice. Chris, thanks. Dow, what are your first leader on
A
today?
lot's coming up at 5. For starters, September is Childhood Cancer Month. Right now, 500,000 survivors were first diagnosed as kids, and doctors say follow-up care is key even years after treatment. Plus, free health checks and resources for seniors in Southeast Kansas is all at the Senior Resource Fair in Pittsburgh, and a spooky hike with glowing trails and fairy tales. Ghostly Glades is coming to Wildcat Glades. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up on KOAM News at 5.
All right, Dell, thanks. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.